Good morning. Welcome to week 7 of the Destination Fantasy Podcast. It's your boy Jamar. Right now, by myself. I may have a couple people, may not, but either way, I'm gonna get you, situated. Especially we got a London game. Definitely a couple of trades that's very impactful for fantasy football and also real life football. But we'll see what happens. Good morning, awful. How you doing, bro? But yeah, week 7. So this is the episode that we're gonna have the town hall meeting, and that's just more so based on guys that you probably have drafted. I know I drafted a few that we had expectations for. We spent the high round draft pick on, and hasn't panned out, and so now, I mean, we already have 6 weeks of pretty good sample sizes to start making some executive decisions. So first, definitely want to mention the trades that happened. So yeah, as everybody know at this point, Devontae Adams, finally found his way back to Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. And just on surface, if you have Garrett Wilson, if you have Brees Hall, heck, if you for whatever reason starting Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, like you should feel pretty good about yourself because Devontae Adams pretty much unlocks that offense even more than what it is now. We know that the offensive line still isn't the greatest, but just to have somebody out there of his caliber pretty much frees up Garrett Wilson. He's no longer, for the most part, shouldn't see double teams anymore. That means that it should be less guys in the box stopping Brees Hall or even Braylon Allen. So pretty much it's going to be a lot of one-on-one matchups. So that helps out tremendously for anybody that has those players on their team. Same can be said with Amari Cooper going to the Buffalo Bills. I feel like that one right there definitely plays a part. If you have James Cook, that definitely helps you out a lot for the same reasons that Devontae Adams helping out Brees Hall. Josh Allen, who's been, stellar at times, and then there's been a couple of dubs, but nevertheless, him having a number one option now definitely takes the pressure off of him and should make him a little bit more efficient. And then the likes of Shakir and Coleman and especially Dalton Kincaid, that helps him out a lot too. So nevertheless, these trades are definitely on the plus side of things with these particular players and the players that's on their team. So that being said, let's get into the town hall. And really quick, we have a third London game this morning. So if you have any questions in regarding the lineup matches, I will prioritize that. So, all right. So, town hall, needless to say. So, we're going to let's start with Mark Andrews. So, Mark Andrews has definitely went, second round, third round in most 10 or 12 league formats. And if you're 14, 16, you probably went second round for sure. So Mark Andrews has definitely been lackluster. I would say in the past couple of games, there may be a pulse there, some type of productivity, but for the most part, he hasn't been what we expected him to be for the last several years. I mean, right now he's tight end 18 on the season, which is atrocious, but it's like there's no trade value for the man. At this point, you're just hoping that the next couple of weeks he can continue to be productive. And if so, then hey, at that point, I would say try to sell high. All right, so we're gonna pause that for a second. Good morning, Dylan. All right, so full PPR, different leagues. All right, one wide receiver, tight end. We got Bateman, Waddle, Parks, likely. Okay. So here's where I am. So with the first part, the Bateman and Waddle, I am so hesitant to start hardly any Miami Dolphins players until Tua comes back, as he's projected to come back here sooner than later. You take that with a grain of salt. So I find it very hard to start Waddle or Hill, anybody from that team right now. Um, yeah, I would say go with Bateman on that one, and then Parkinson versus Likely. I mean, the Ravens Buccaneers should be a very entertaining game, very fantasy friendly game. The Rams home against the Raiders. I will lean Likely on that one because he's just been more involved in the offense more times than not lately. So yeah, I would go Bateman and Likely. I understand, starting two guys from the same team, but just in that environment against the Buccaneers, whose secondary hasn't been the greatest. Yes, they got Antoine Whitfield back, but they're still giving up, a ton of points. I mean, heck, they even let Spencer Rattler throw 27 on them last week, and we saw what happened with him on Thursday. So, all right, I guess for the second part of the question, let me see: one quarterback, one wide receiver, two flex. So, Baker, A. Rich, we're going Baker. Wide receiver, Whittington, Kirk, Shakir. And then also for the flex, Dennis Johnson, Goodson. So if Cooper Cup plays today, Whittington, I'm definitely ruling out. I know Kirk plays this morning. I do like Christian Kirk. Other people on the show will tell you that I'm not a fan of Christian Kirk at all. But I do like Christian Kirk in this spot for the one wide receiver, then the two flex, I guess, amongst the bunch. It's tough. See, Colts got the Dolphins. So I would go. Matter of fact, yeah, I would actually start the two running backs, Giannis Johnson and Goodson in the flex there. And then your last question there, two RBs and one tight end. I'll try to keep it quick. Let's go to Texans. Yeah, I would go Walker and Dobbins. And then tight end, this league. And probably Hunter Henry. So good luck to you, Dylan. Appreciate you for stopping by. Tara, what's up? Deontay or Higgins, 0.5. So let's see. Bengals Browns. That's always an interesting matchup between the two divisional games. Carolina got. Yeah. All right. So I'm definitely going Deontay Johnson on that one. I mean, Commanders, as good of a team they've been, their defense is still trash. So I expect Deontay to definitely do his thing. So good luck to you. Controversial. All right. So wide receiver PPR, Thomas Jr. or Juju. Man, so I know last week against my Bears, Thomas, he probably dropped 2 touchdowns. He's still highly, coveted in that offense. I know Juju had a great game last week. And they played the Niners, and the Niners can be had in the air. It's tough. I give the slight edge to Thomas Jr. And it's just more so, can Juju really be that consistent going forward type deal? As in, Thomas has definitely been a lot more consistent this year than Juju. So I'm giving a slight edge to Thomas. So good luck to you. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. Also check the London weather. definitely will. Weather. 62 degrees. Light rain. Okay. War Eagle. Okay. I see you 5-1 on a 5-game winning streak. I have this lineup. Okay, we got Daniels, Monty, and Chuba. Okay, Scary, Terry, and Tyreek. I understand. Schultz. Okay, Flats, BG. Okay, my bench, Burrow, Kincaid, Cook, MHJ, Deontay Johnson, any changes. So I would say the safe pick. Like, I understand that, Tyreek is Tyreek. I just don't trust the quarterback, and neither does my cat here, apparently. So I would find a way to put Deontay Johnson in that lineup. So either you take Tyreek out completely and put Deontay there, or you rotate BTJ out and get Deontay in there. But my initial gut is to say remove Tyreek and put Deontay Johnson in there. Just the matchup is a lot better. I trust the quarterback of Andy Dalton, the Rusty Rifle, more than whoever's a starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins these days. So yeah, that's what I would do, War Eagle. I appreciate you for stopping by. PPR, Kraft or Njoku? I'm going to say Kraft until Deshaun Watson can show me he can actually throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field. That's where I'm at. And then, let's see, Thomas Jr. or Deontay Johnson? Deontay Johnson. No knock against Thomas Jr., just Deontay Johnson target share and his involvement in the offense is so much greater these days. So good luck to you. Awful. Say thoughts on Olave rest of the season. I traded for him 2 weeks ago and he's burnt me since. I remember you said that last week. It's tough because it comes back down to quarterback play. So with Derek Carr, who we know is not the greatest quarterback in the world, but we know he's head and shoulders better than Rattler right now, and the way Rattler got rattled in that game, that's tough. So I think Olave would definitely be a lot better once Derek Carr comes back. So you might just have to, hold down the fort with that. Take it with a grain of salt until he comes back, because I know Olave's trade value and a lot of players' trade value on the Saints right now is diminished significantly because of what we saw on Thursday. And what's your confidence with Puka if he comes back? Do you feel that they'll just shut him down if the Rams go 28-29? So he's young. It's not like he's a veteran like, Cooper Kupp, who might be in some rumors of, trade talks and stuff like that. I mean, Puka had one good year, which, obviously was the rookie year, but I feel like when he's healthy, he's going to be out there and playing, because at the end of the day, he has to earn his second contract. Regardless who's on the team and what their record is, players still got to go out there and play. So I feel like Puka will be back when he's ready. And I'm saying that in a little bias too, because I got Puka in 2 leagues on my IR and I need him to come back. So, but yeah, no, in all seriousness, I think he'll play when he comes back. If Deontay can play, he's expected to play. So, and I want to say he was, and don't quote, I'm actually checking this now. I want to say he was able to practice in some shape or fashion this week. That I can't see right now, but it is reported he is expected to play today. I know he's been on the injury report lately, but as long as players are able to practice throughout the week in some shape or fashion, even though they come in with the game with a designation on, then it's usually encouraging. So, and Shelty, reported he's expected to play. So, with that being said, I would put him in my lineups if you got him. So, all right. So as I wait more questions, I guess we can get back to this town hall for a second. So anyone that has Bijan Robinson. That's the next candidate on this list. So if you have Bijan, you probably drafted him in top 3, top 5 at least. I have Bijan in one league. I mean, outside of last week, it has not been great. We have expected a lot more. And yet, I mean, he's running back 6 on the year. So he's been, pretty much double digits in every game this year. So, I mean, that's encouraging. But, if you're taking somebody that high, you expect them to, running back 7, sorry. You expect him to be, more closer to that 20 points per game as opposed to 15 or 14 in that aspect. So I would say it will get better. I would say I wouldn't trade him if you have him. And if somebody is trying to trade him now, probably he's not going to get the value that the person that's offering him is going to get back in equal value. So I would say if you can go get him, I would say go get him. All right. So morning, Foxborough, 16-man half point. Murray or Goff today? Flex same league, Harrison Jr. or Eckler? Okay, so all right, I'll say Murray has definitely been on my bad side lately. And yet he's still QB8 on the year. My God. So against the Chargers, I mean, Chargers defense has been playing pretty darn good this year. But something, I don't know, I just had this funny feeling that he actually is going to be okay today. And with Goff, playing against, if I'm not mistaken, the Vikings, which should be a very entertaining matchup. And in my opinion, me being a Bears fan here, I wish both of them would take an L. But and the Vikings being at home and that Brian Flores defense, I would lean Murray on this one. Harrison Jr. or Eckler. So Marvin Harrison Jr., who was another candidate for the town hall meeting. He's definitely been hit or miss, wide receiver 27 on the year. He's kind of like in that boom or bust with as far as scoring touchdowns. And so it makes it a little interesting. They play the Chargers too, and then Eckler in that game environment. I would say start Austin Eckler for now until Harrison can show you something. I mean, Eckler's been great lately, so yeah, roll with Eckler, man. Good luck, Foxborough. And good morning, guys. I have a question for you. Douglas or Higgins, they both have great matchups, very tough decisions. And another question, what do you think of doing like a special guest when you don't have any person that's broadcasting with you from a different country, different state? So to answer your second question, I would gladly be open to that. Gladly. By all means. So, if you're interested or anybody else is interested, let me know. In fact, either let me know in the comments below or in the Discord. So if you give me a second here for anybody that's not in the Discord, I'm going to post that link right now. Wait for it. There we go. All right. So back to your first question. So it's hard for me to trust anyone on the New England Patriots right now. Very hard. Very hard. Because I don't know what to expect. And I don't think a lot of us don't know what to expect. All we know is that their floor is their ceiling. As in, the basement has been their floor this year as far as fantasy players. So I don't know what to expect there. I know he was getting a lot of looks last game. Maybe the trend continues. But one thing I do know is Higgins has been excellent since he came back from injury and has probably led the team in targets. So I would go Higgins until Douglas can be, till we can feel like Douglas is a more of a consistent piece in that offense for Drake May. So good luck to you there. Excuse me. What's going on, Kyle? Full PPR. Pick one, Love, Cousins. Pick one, Flex, Chubb, Dobbs, Shakir. So with the Packers playing the Texans today, that's going to be an interesting game. Very interesting. Cousins playing the Seahawks. That's a very sneaky game right there. I'm leaning Cousins. Not saying that Jordan Love can't get the numbers that we expect him to get. It's just the path, the path to getting you to victory is a lot easier with Kirk Cousins than it is Jordan Love today. And then as far as the flex, I get it with Chubb, but so for people that have Chubb today, if you have the luxury of waiting to see what Chubb looks like, then hold off. Dobbs, I'm leaning Dobbs because of the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, Wicks is out. I know Watson is always banged up. I think he plays, but I think the attention is going to be on Jordan Reed and Christian Watson because of his, take the top off threat. I think Dobbs get a lot of the underneath and possession catches today. So good luck to you. Appreciate you, Cal. All right. So I traded Waddle this week for Jameson Williams. I just seen Tua is trending to start. I think I lost that trade. I don't know. Because we don't know what to expect with Tua when he comes back. Now we know a healthy Tua goes a long way for that offense. He's the only one that makes that offense click. He's the only one that gets the most out of his players, especially from a fantasy perspective. But, what happens if he gets tapped on the head again? Or if he falls awkwardly and hits his head? Or he gets kneed in the head on accident? Or he trips and falls on his way running back to the huddle. I don't know. So it's hard to say. But one thing we do know is, Jamo's in an offense to where, they're going to put up points. He is someone that is definitely a boom or bust play, but a lot of teams can't really, guard him. So he's definitely been more consistent this year by default. So I it's hard to say right now. So I wouldn't even can't really analyze that until maybe, maybe the end of November. So we'll see there. Right. So as I await more questions, go back to the town hall for a second. And just so you know, we'll probably get out of here about 8:30 Central Time. Pretty much started the London game between the Patriots and the Jags. So real quick. All right, let's go back to tight end. Sam Laporta. Very, very similar as in Mark Andrews. But from this aspect, Laporta was definitely more times than not was going tight end 1 off the board in this year's draft. And he was going probably second round or late first round, depending on how the draft is set up. But Laporta has not been great at all. Tight end 16 on the year. And that probably goes back to the person who I just talked about, the emergence of Jameson Williams in the offense. I mean, Jameson has been more involved in his offense. which has taken probably those targets away from Laporta. And it's shown big time. I mean, the man has 1 touchdown on the year, and that was last week of when, the Lions embarrassed the Cowboys on Jerry Jones' birthday. I mean, and it was only on 1 catch on a flea flipper. Outside of that, it hasn't been there. So at this point, unless, God forbid, an injury happens in that offense, if you have better options to start at tight end, do so. And it's a shame that we got to this point, but that's where we're at. All right, let's pivot. Excuse me. All right, good morning. Need QB. Can I get JD for Deontay? BTJ. It depends. If you it honestly, it all depends on what that other person has and what they need. So if you can let me, I guess, the other person's roster, then I can give you a better answer. Because we don't want to just, trade talent just to trade it. More so you in trades, if you can solve a problem, more than likely you're going to get a deal done. If a team is, loaded at running back, but their wide receiver 1 is Christian Kirk, then yeah, you could probably solve that problem with this. But if they already have, Garrett Wilson and Amari Cooper and Marvin Harrison Jr. for whatever reason, and you try to make this trade, and it's like they're probably less likely to get the deal done. So yeah, if you got a chance to let me know what their roster looks like, and maybe if you want to share yours as well, by all means. Okay, so he's starting Kyler at quarterback right now, but he hasn't showed much interest in JD. He's been on the bench the whole year. Also needs a wide receiver because Olave is out. Okay. Yeah. So on surface right now, I say that should work if that's the case. But also, if you give up Deontay and BTJ, I guess just from your standpoint, who else do you have left on your team? I just want to make sure you're not depriving yourself either. I mean, wide receiver 2 is DK. Okay. Gotcha. So yeah, so right now on surface, I say that should get it done. That should get it done. I just don't want you depriving yourself either. So yeah, let me know on that one. Okay. I have cut. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Go ahead. Pull the trigger. If he accepts, I think that should get the job done. Excuse me. That should get the job done. Let me know. Let me know what he says, or if he just instantly accepts it. Hey man, I get it. I do it all the time. In fact, I can't talk half the time, but it's all good. We'll get it figured out. But yeah, I think that should get the job done, just based on what you're telling me. And if he not really starting JD this year, then yeah, what's the point? So maybe he's a big Kyler fan, or that's his third cousin removed somewhere or something. But yeah, let me know how that goes. And if you haven't already, join the Discord and like, subscribe, share. And here's the link to the Discord. All right. So, all right, just got a couple more names on this town hall meeting, and we'll keep it moving. Oh, hold on. Before I get into that, also got Kyron and Mason at running back, Craft at tight end. Trying to sell Mason right now. Thoughts also. Here are 5 at QB. Yeah. So, as we know, Christian McCaffrey will be coming back sooner than later. So the easiest way to sell him off is to the person that has Christian McCaffrey. That's the easiest way to do it, because he's gonna want that handcuff. So yeah, by all means, if you can do so right now, do it. Do it. And AR5. See, I wish Walt was here. That's the Colts fan on the panel, and he'll probably tell you that AR needs to definitely show us something before we insert him back in the lineup. Matter of fact, in a 16-team league that I'm in, AR was, I want to say, probably pick 5 for me in that league. Has done nothing. Luckily, I drafted Kirk Cousins later on in the draft, and yeah, Kirk Cousins has been my quarterback until further notice. And in all actuality, I dropped him. I dropped AR5, but somebody dropped Dak Prescott, who I know hasn't been what we wanted this year, but he's still been better than AR5, so I picked up Dak. Awful. You think trading for Love for my 6th round pick is a good move? My other quarterbacks are Richardson, Cousins, and Dak. Now, 6th round pick, is this a dynasty league, I'm assuming? Or like a keeper scenario, if you have to like trade him for, you give up that spot next year? Just for context. But on surface, yeah, I would say yeah. I would say so. In my dynasty league, I ended up trading for Jordan Love in the offseason this year, because prior to that, my quarterbacks was Justin Fields, Bryce Young, and Deshaun Watson. So yeah. And I'm very happy with this decision that I made by far. Even with Jordan Love's injury in the year, at least Justin Fields was, substantial enough to do so. Okay, keepers. All right, so I would say only if you think Love is the missing piece for your team to get you to that, basically get you to the promised land and ultimately you winning. If you feel like Love is that missing piece, then do it. Then do it. All right, I had Fields starting over AR5, but with the new news, I dropped him. Yeah. Yeah, and then just from a football standpoint, I don't get why the Steelers did that. Mike Tomlin made that decision. Like, I get it. Justin Fields has led that team to their record of what it is now, but I know, at times he hasn't looked the greatest still. With him being, with me being a Bears fan, I understand, the ups and downs with Justin Fields these days. Well, in the last, 4 years now, but yeah, I don't get that. Oh, look who it is. I spoke up the Colts fan. He showed up. Wake up, Mr. West.
I'm drinking a cup of my sorrows this morning.
A cup of your sorrows.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's rough out here. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing today?
Doing good. I'm looking at the question right there, and it's kind of like, I don't know if I would drop Fields because you don't know how Russ is going to play. Yeah, I mean, you can always stash him, but he'll be available, I guess.
Yeah, true. Until I guess they make another decision, but
yeah, which they we'll see. We'll see how Russ, because Russ played decent at certain points last year, and we're like with his skill set, he may do. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, it's like ultimately it's like Fields does some things better than Russ does, and Russ definitely does some things that better than Fields does. So it's like we'll see how it actually plays out for that team going forward. We'll know today. The Packers guy. All right, so should I start? Who should I start for my QB? Jalen Hurts or Jordan Love? For my running back, J.K. Dobbins or Jordan Mason? Excuse me. So,
I go Love all day on that. Jalen Hurts is he's been very. I feel like he's been very underwhelming. Like I have to look. I haven't won against him a lot. Let me look at his numbers real quick. As we're going through,
I got Hurts in a 2-quarterback league, and needless to say, he has not been. Matter of fact, his production, his ADP does not match. I'll leave it at that. It's like something's missing.
I mean, he's had like some decent games. It's funny we say that. All right, so I'm in one of my leagues, and he had 29 and week 1, 25, and he hit that 11 low light against New Orleans, and then it was 18, and then back to 29 again. So he's not bad, but maybe he's just not giving us the. I don't know. It's not the wow we've been looking for.
Right, and I think a lot of it's the turnovers. Had he not turned over the ball as much as he has so far this year, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, he got 4 interceptions on the year
and 3 fumbles.
3 fumbles. Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
And then also just the really quick with them playing the Giants today at New York. This has to be a Saquon Barkley game. This has to be a revenge game. Stick it to him. Like F New York, like whatever.
Yes.
And then J.K. Dobbins or Jordan Mason. I
gotta look at stats on that.
I like Dobbins today, based on matchup alone. Niners have the Chiefs, who's the best run defense against fantasy running backs this year. They So it's like I know the Niners will probably still get there to a certain degree. It's just Mason got to work a little harder. But Dobbins going against the Cardinals, I can't.
So is this the J.K. Dobbins we were waiting for in Baltimore?
Yes.
This is the J. Whoa, that's crazy.
This is him.
So you go to the other hardball and gotcha. You got to go to the right hardball to get your run. Yeah,
that's exactly what that is.
Okay, I'll take it. All
right. So Gatlin says, okay, what do you think about this? Mason and Devontae for Barkley. Can I get that? And if that goes through, I could get a lot of value from CMC.
What value are you gonna get from CMC? Like, that's just like trying to have a paper food stamp right now. Like, I don't know if you can even spend it. Like, I don't know. Nobody who's gonna want CMC. Like, when is he coming back?
Soon. It's soon. I was before you hopped on. I was talking to him earlier about something like this because he's trying to sell high on Mason right now because Mason's value is about to go back to hibernation here soon.
Y'all think so? Y'all think them Achilles is gonna hold up? Achilles tendonitis? Like, that's not. I mean, I got Nick Chubb, and I'm starting Nick Chubb this week because he is coming back and he's gonna play. So we're just gonna see what we got. I mean, I favor heavily on running backs. I feel like wide receivers, they can get theirs, but running is like, and he's one of those guys. Like, but we don't know like how explosive he's gonna be. And the same thing with CMC. Like, those are your legs. We got to see like what condition he's going to come back in, and somebody's got to really want to take a risk to take him on just because of the injury history and the current injury he's coming off. Like, yeah,
you
Not wishing anything because football's better with CMC. He's exciting. Like I love watching that guy play. It's gonna be. I say he's got about 2 years left in the league, if that. With his body, yeah. That's why they don't pay running backs a lot. I mean, I'm dealing with it right now with JT. Like, yeah, my man's not playing, and yeah.
I mean, I said it before. I said it again. Reason why I don't pay running backs. Exhibit A, Ezekiel Elliott. Exhibit B, Ty Gurley. There you go. Those are 2 reasons why.
In 2 different scenarios, though. I think Zeke got paid, and I feel like his work ethic fell off. Like he didn't have that same grind. Like Ty Gurley's body was giving out on him. Like he literally, if Ty Gurley, Ty Gurley, he might not even be 30 right now. So
or he just turned 30 or something like
that.
Yeah,
like it's something crazy. Ty Gurley's like mad young. So, and that's saying that coming from 2 old schools, right? Like, yeah, Ty Gurley, he young blood. But his body literally gave out on him. I think Ezekiel gave up on football and taking care of himself because Zeke didn't have no crazy injuries.
No, but the thing is, I mean, but you, in a nutshell, you proved my point for 2 different reasons why running backs don't get paid. 1, because of injury. 2, because of production.
But not everybody's like that because I'm just CMC, for instance. Like CMC didn't get paid twice, 2, 3 times, but that work ethic was always there. I don't want to say JT's body's giving out on him because it's like a high ankle sprain. But then you got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's still working. Derrick Henry, 30 years old, running. Hey, still running in cruise control, knocking boys over. Like that's crazy.
That's a freak of nature right there. He's not. He's in the AP category. But
absolutely, bro. He's not even say our version of AP because AP is our version of AP. He's the next generation version of AP. This is what AP was. But I think AP was a little faster.
Yeah, I think initially that burst in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little bit more agile too. Slightly.
Yeah, I get it. So,
we got a London game this morning?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, God,
and then really quick, Gatlin, to answer your question, I would make the move. I would move Mason and Devontae for Barkley. I would do it. I would do it.
Oh.
I mean, based on what he told me earlier, his wife.
Yeah, hey, swing it. If you can get Barkley for that, yeah, go for it. But you're giving up a top running back and then a top. I mean, who could be back a top running? You're giving up. My bad. You're giving up a top wide receiver and somebody who could possibly become another top running back for
a stud.
He's a stud. He is a stud.
I think you do it. I mean, based on what he told me, he showed me his roster earlier. You make that move.
If he got other wide receivers, I'm all for it.
He does.
Okay. Well, you good then. You good. My bad, bro.
All right. Awful. Which running back should I start? Moss, Algier, or Tyler Goodson? I'm leaning Goodson because he looked much better than Sermon. And Algier seems like he's too good for the Falcons not to use. What are you thinking, Colts fan?
Bro, and I'm going to be a homie on this one just because I have Zach Moss. I want to say Zach Moss because I love Zach Moss when he was last year. I don't know what the heck is going on. Dude, he is depressing to have him on your fantasy team. I have him and what's the other Chase? What's his name? The other running back for the Bengals.
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown. Yeah, I got him and Chase Brown. And Chase Brown smokes him dang near every week. Goodson did look good, man. He had those bursts. We're at home playing against Miami. I'm not really for sure how their defense is. So yeah, I'm gonna go Tyler Goodson because I think he's gonna get the bulk of the reps. I think Sermon is about to take a step back.
Yeah, I'll excuse me, I'll roll with you on that one. I'll roll with you on that one. And he said, because I have Kyron in my flex running back. Okay. Awful. Should I start Cousins versus Seahawks or A-Rich versus Dolphins?
Don't ask me that question.
I'll answer it for you.
Look.
I have both of these quarterbacks on one team in one league in my 16-man. Guess who I'm starting today?
Kirk Cousins.
You already know.
So here's the funny thing. I have that same thing, but this is me being a dedicated Colts fan. Loving and I'm about to sacrifice. I could sacrifice a freaking week because I'm still waiting on AR to show up. Like, he has not shown up. Like, it's like, where you at? Where you at, bro? Like, old man Joe came in there, he throwing that thing like he delivering papers on Nintendo. That's old people. Paper boy, yeah. Yes.
Hey, that was the game though.
Retro gamer coming soon. Maybe start a podcast, another podcast. That's a whole different thing. But
heard it here first.
Hey, retro gamer coming. Yeah. So man, if you want to play it safe, if you're down in your league and you need some, and you're just trying to get the dub and you don't want to take a lot of risk, I go ahead and put in Kirk Cousins, because you know Kirk Cousins is gonna do his thing. Even if the calories is empty, Kirk Cousins is gonna do his thing. Anthony Richardson, man, you rolling the dice on the Far East side. You don't know what's gonna happen if you hit them sevens.
Not lying. So good luck to you on that one. This dude said he need wide receivers bad too. Christian Kirk and Lad McConkey is his wide receivers. Oh my lord.
I would not have anybody on my team named Lad McConkey playing receiver. Lad McConkey sound like a fire agent name. No. Yeah, go. Yeah. Wide receiver. And your wide receiver one is your favorite wide receiver.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that earlier in the question, like how I felt about Christian Kirk. And I picked Christian Kirk on a question today.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord. Yeah, bro. I traded McBride for Kittle and Moss 4 weeks ago, and Moss just looks like he's trending down every week. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Chase Brown has ate into that time split. Okay. Also started on Deontay or Devontae because Kupp isn't playing today. Excuse me. I'm going Deontay Johnson all day today.
I'm going Devontae Adams. Devontae. Who's he talking about with Devontae?
Yeah, that's Devontae Adams at the. I'm sure Devontae Adams gonna find the end zone today. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is gonna make it a personal mission to throw that man a touchdown today.
You know who ain't going? You know whose stock is about to fall off? Adam Lazard.
Oh yeah,
that's Aaron Rodgers' go-to.
That's over.
Hey, bro. Side note: this is just football going crazy. I mean, I don't know how it would fit, but I would make a call. I would love for my GM to make a call about Garrett Wilson. I know a lot of people making those phone calls about Garrett Wilson. I was reading.
Which, if I'm the Jets, I would never do that. But
I mean, you might not have a. No, we'll see.
I guess the only like some internal clash or something like that.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, what's happening? Got a second round pick for you.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
This is a good one right here.
So he says flex JSN or Brian Thomas Jr.
I'm gonna go with Thomas Jr. because he's a wide receiver one. Even though JSN, he'll put up some nice numbers. He's been on my bench and I've had to put him in a couple times and he's fared well. But I'm gonna go with Thomas just because he's your one.
Yeah, I was mentioning it earlier. Like, even though he didn't play, even though his points then wasn't great last week against my team, but I think he dropped like 2 touchdowns. It was in his hands and he dropped. So I get it. And then going against the Patriots, staying in London, going against them, I get it. I will mention, JSN has a great matchup today, but I ain't mad at you if you go Brian Thomas Jr. at all.
I think London's going to get a team, and I think it's going to be Jacksonville. Nobody plays over there as much as Jacksonville. They're going to be the London Jaguars. But that's good for the NFL because you get that early morning games, and you got football all day. I love the London games because I can literally wake up and watch football. I can wake up and I can participate in my favorite podcast, Destination Fantasy. And then when I wake up on time, and then I get football all day long. Oh
man, I'm with you. I love the London games. You're right, because basically from sunrise to sundown, sunset, like you got it.
Yeah.
All right, something about me with him being paired with Rodgers again wants me to start Devontae, but I don't really know.
Bro,
So I get it, but I feel like Deontay gonna go crazy today. He gonna go crazy. They made the Commanders. They can't stop anybody. They just haven't have an offense that can outscore people from a bad defense.
All right, so here's the thing, and I told my buddy I was gonna do this. He's a big Commanders fan. The Commanders are, like I said, really, really good on offense. It's something new. Nobody's seen, they haven't had offense like this in God knows how long. They have one of the top offenses in the league, but they haven't played any. Well, they haven't beat any good teams. They have not beat any good teams. The top two best teams they played were the Buccaneers and the Ravens. But you play who's on your schedule, and they're doing, they could easily win that division, man. I think it's going to either be them or the Eagles, and it's all going to ride on defense. We know what the Eagles defense not defense. We know what their offense can do. The defense is going to step up, and maybe if the Commanders can make a trade and, grab somebody to help bolster, give them something, man. Like, I don't know who's available. Are you ready to give away draft picks or what? That's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother show.
Is it crazy to think that the best defense in that division is the Giants?
Dude, I'm about to go throw up. I can't believe it. I'm like, yo, you're right. Oh, I'm like nauseous. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, man. This is a good one. Jameson Williams or JSN? So, Lions got the Vikings.
Oh, man.
On the road. I'm going JSN.
You going JSN, man?
I'm going to go JSN. They on the road against the Falcons. That should be a pretty fun game.
Well, that Falcons defense can give up some. That's going to be a good game, man. Today's a good day for football. Today is a good day for football.
Even with my team on the bye, it's a good day.
Yeah. Who y'all got next week, though?
Next week's gonna be a fun game. We got the Commanders.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, okay. It's the battle of the rookie of the year, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Number 1 and number 2 overall picks.
Yeah. Huh.
That should be fun.
That's gonna be a test of y'all's. I think that's gonna be a good game because that offense against y'all's defense.
Yeah, I'm curious to see exactly who trumps who on that one.
Yeah, and then y'all's offense, because their defense ain't nothing.
I feel like we can score. It's like, can we stop them? That's what I want to know.
That's that's gonna be a good game, man.
But yeah, for this one here, I'm going JSN.
I'm gonna roll with you on that. The winner of y'all game next week, they get a free Bryce Young jersey.
Oh man, it sounds like that's on the house too.
Oh, absolutely free. Keyword is free.
Oh man. All right, so I've done a little town hall this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I did Mark Andrews, I did Marvin Harrison Jr., I did Bijan Robinson, I did Sam Laporta. I was gonna do Travis Etienne next.
The brother Travis Etienne. Travis, Etienne. Brother can't stay healthy. And when he is on the field, he running like he ain't healthy. He's essentially he's basically lost his starting job with Bixby. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's pretty much lost that, and he fell out of grace. Like he was that guy, man. I kind of felt like he was like that Swiss Army knife for him, because of his ability to catch the ball as well, having a relationship with Trevor Lawrence, and yeah, man, that's pretty bad. It's Travis Etienne.
It is.
Or EMS.
He is running back 33 on the year. And I guarantee wherever you drafted him, which is probably the 3rd round-ish, you did not get your return on investment on this one.
No, not at all.
That's wild. And it's crazy how Taylor 2 seasons, because Tank Bigsby, when he was a rookie last year, he didn't get no run.
Yeah.
He didn't get any tick. And Travis was doing his thing. Now man, things have changed quickly.
That's rough.
All right, so Gavin says, what do you think about Cup when he comes back? I think when he comes back, he's gonna pick up where he left off.
Wait, you know, we left off where he started getting hurt again? Like what?
I don't know. I mean, as far as being productive, yeah. Well, at least until Puka comes back, because when Puka went out first, Cooper was the man again.
I don't have to look at age on this, but I think here's my radar. I think I feel like Cooper Kupp's kind of towards the end. Let's see. Yeah, Cooper Kupp's towards the end. Cooper Kupp, 31 years old. I mean, he might give you a couple productive games, but just fast forward to next year, I wouldn't take him. I probably wouldn't take him at all. Or maybe to later in the draft. Yeah. 31, man. We know what it's like.
Yeah, but for this season,
yeah,
I think he still eats.
Because he's gonna force. Because Stafford's gonna force feed him and Puka the ball. I mean, yeah. So,
you know, Stafford don't cheat. He don't cheat. When he got his eyes locked on somebody, he locks in.
Oh yeah, yeah. His wife ain't got nothing to worry about. He is there.
Yeah, but apparently his wife. Never mind. I ain't going.
I heard that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it got.
What did he say? He said she's like used to mess with one of the other players or something. Or?
Yeah, like the backup quarterback or something.
Like while they was together?
Yeah, just to piss him off or something. It was something like that.
What? Man, yeah, all right. Yeah. Shout out to him. Like what? Bro, you tripping.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Unknown. Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels can't miss on either. Just want the most points. And Chase Brown or Achane in the flex.
I'm gonna take AJ in the flex. We can't stop the run. Yeah. So somebody on the Dolphins team, somebody's gonna run 400 yards today in the Dolphins uniform. I'm just saying, it happens. And then Josh, who do the Bills have?
They have the Titans.
Good God. Titans defense is okay though.
It is. Give me Jaden Daniels. They're at home against the Panthers.
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels all day. Yeah, all day, every day, 3 times a day. Good God.
Oh man. All right, London game starts in 3 minutes. Anybody have any London questions? Let us know ASAP.
Which I'm still here. Keep talking. I got to turn my TV on. I did not.
Right.
Oh man.
Which I don't think is going to be too many questions based on the matchup, but nevertheless, if you have any questions, let us know. How much faith we got in Mason today? Look, that one is there. That one is like you take it with a grain of salt because of the matchup. It's like it's pretty much the conflict is the matchup versus the system.
Yeah.
That like we know that 49ers system and scheme, like any running back can be productive, but it's the matchup. So I would say you take it with a grain of salt. I think he's still worthy of a play. I mean, worthy to start. It just maybe at the flex, it's just more so expectations just lowered on that one. Awful just asked this question, which I think we just answered.
Kind of, yes. I'll say AJ.
Yeah. I'm going with you on that one. Achane. We said Achane unknown. So Mason or Devontae in the flex. I'd probably lean Devontae Adams in the flex today over Mason.
Oh yeah.
Just because of intangibles.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't know where you're at with the state of this country, but we got the most lit national anthem I've ever heard. Because I listen to everybody else, it's kind of like, yeah. But when they hit them notes with that and the home, bro, woo, yo, I get chills. I'm like, even bro, see, you know, I was in the military too. So I was in the
Yep.
military, and like every time, like we would stand somewhere and I hear the end, I literally got chills. Like it was like, dang, dude, I'm living in the best country in the world. That's side note. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah.
I get it, man. And once again, we definitely appreciate your service, my good sir.
Hey, keep paying them taxes. Thank you. I'm just joking. Just joking. Much love. Much love.
Oh man. Okay. So
Vontae.
all right. Well, um, we might do one more from the town hall. Anybody you want to bring up for the
Oh,
town
you ain't
hall?
even said it yet. I mean, Anthony Richardson. Bro, where you at? Where you at, man? AR up here looking like a 22. A 22 high point at that. Not even quality when you're out there. I ain't gonna say his last game, like the first couple of drives, he was out there. I mean, it looked good, but bro, like we need something. You was the top projected quarterback in fantasy. I mean, top 5 easily. And we're getting nothing. Can't stay healthy. You got boys like Michael Pittman when they talking about putting on IR out here making game winning catches, high pointing balls and stuff, and you out here because your hips are, come on, man. We need you. We got Joe Flacco out here making it look like it's 2012. Me and my boy had a conversation yesterday. He was like, yo, is this 2012? Like people come to Indy and then they get that last little bit of their career and that's it. Poof. No, AR, this is you. You're supposed to be doing this. Get rid of the ball, get out there and run, make some boys look silly, toughen up. Let's play some football, man.
Oof.
This is passion right here. Like you looking real Jamarcus-ish right now. We know you can sling that ball down the field, but we need you to stay healthy.
Man, that's a name I have not heard in a very long time.
Mo Alley Cox be wide not open. He need you to get him the ball. You don't use tight ends when you're in, bro. He don't even use the tight ends. Tight ends is a young quarterback's best friend. We've said this a gajillion times. You do not use your tight end. You overthrowing boys. It kind of looks like It looks like he's actually regressed from last year because when he started, he was throwing a lot of those short intermediate passes. Boom, boom, boom. He was doing fine, and like he wasn't throwing a long ball as much in the 4 games he was playing. Now, okay, we get it. You can sling that ball down. You can throw the ball downfield like on a dime, falling back. This man was dang near in bed through that touchdown to Alec Pierce. So we get it. That's beautiful. But you gotta make the layups. That's what Chris Ballard says. You gotta make the you gotta be able to make the layup. That's what he said about Carson Wentz. AR, you gotta be able to make the layups. They kicked the ball off.
Facts. All right. Elver says start 3. We got Marvin, T Hill, Debo, Terry, and Tank. All right, so we're starting Scary Terry. We're
Absolutely.
Doing that.
Tank hurt us last week, man.
Yeah, I don't. Without Nico Collins, I don't mind Tank Dell starting. I'm hesitant to touch anyone on the Dolphins. I mentioned that earlier.
Nah. Even though one of them might get something today, I mean they are playing us. I ain't even lie to you. It's always something. I'm a fan duel. I don't even put us on our fan duel because you just notorious for having stinkers.
Mm-hmm. So that leaves Marvin and Debo.
Got to be able to stay healthy. I know what's wrong with Marvin. You know what's wrong with Marvin?
But he's starving.
He got on the wrong uniform, man.
Oh, should it be like a bluish uniform?
Blue and white, baby. You know where he's supposed to be.
Where his dad was, huh?
Exactly. His daddy was never hurt. Well, until the end, he tore. Man, flashback. Marvin tore his ACL, and then he came back. I think it was like another year or two, and then he was done. But Marvin wasn't really hurt like that. He didn't take no damage, no nothing.
Yeah, he was the model of consistency.
Yeah, he was. Let me give somebody who's a good example of him. Bro, he's playing. He's that receiver that didn't take punishment. So he's playing like that's how Josh Downs is kind of playing right now. And I'm trying to think of somebody else who's like a bigger name. A lot of people might not know Josh Downs.
He's probably like, in a sense, like Larry Fitzgerald back then. Like Larry didn't take any punishment. He just did his job, kept it moving.
But Larry was a big body. I'm trying to think of a smaller guy. You know, Marlon was smaller.
So while you're thinking to answer your question, Elver, probably the last three.
Yeah, we're on the standard. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go with the last three on that one. We'll go with the last three. Let's see. I guess we can just run through the slate real quick, and then we can call it a day.
Wrap it up. Okay.
All right,
bro, Drake May out here looking like Joe Montana.
Yeah, he's balling.
Hey, he can throw it. Okay.
Hey man, all I'm saying is, Doug Peterson, you better win. Otherwise, I don't think you're coming home on the team playing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, he should have kept freaking was Gus Bradley there with him when bro, what just happened? Oh no. I thought he called it.
Oh wow, yeah, I did too. All right. Hold on. All right, so Gavin said, what are we expecting out of Amon-Ra today? I know he's been a little lackluster as well this year.
Yeah, he almost made the town hall. Almost, because he'll have some games. He'll get some tutties. He's seen the end zone this year. It's a divisional game, so that should be exciting. Yeah, and then with the emergence of Williams as well. I mean,
I think he'll be okay. I don't know if we're gonna have wide receiver 1 numbers this week from him.
Nah,
but I think he'll be all right.
And the only reason is because Goff has options.
Yeah, that was definitely my point when I mentioned Sam Laporta. It's like the emergence of Jameson Williams pretty much took the production away from Laporta. So
hey, we talk about Stafford. Who won that trade?
I mean, they did win.
Who won? Who did win? Oh, you mean the Rams? They got one Super Bowl.
They got it though.
That's the ultimate thing. But longevity wise, I mean, aren't the Lions like the Lions Chiefs favorites this year?
I mean,
and they will be for it looks like the years to come, because I mean Jared Goff's a lot younger. He doesn't demand a high salary.
Yeah, but at a certain point, all that becomes fluff. At that point, you got to win.
You're right, but
they got to get it done.
They are. That team is built to win. They're built to win for the long term. They're going to be contenders for the next 5 years because they got a decent defense. You got a really, really good offense, except for that freaking Montgomery, man. He's a bum.
Stupid Montgomery. No. No. So I'll say this much: if they don't win in the next 5 years, then I mean, Rams won it. I mean, they got it. They got it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But do you think they couldn't have got it done with Jared Goff? I think at the state where their team was at that time, I think they could have still got it done with Jared Goff. If you got some faith in him.
They should have, but a couple years prior to that, they should have beaten New England. They had no business losing that game,
bro.
And only scoring 3 points? Was it 13-3 in that Super Bowl? I think. Yeah. That was like they had like the number 1 offense that year. And you only scored 3 points.
Can't beat the Stripes, man. Can't beat the Stripes.
I guess ask the 49ers that, I suppose.
Talk to anybody the Chiefs play. You can't beat them. Are we sitting Mason over Devontae? Yeah. if you got to. Devontae's gonna have a game today, man. Like, hey,
that's what we're expecting just based off intangibles alone. Not even the matchup, just intangibles alone. And then we can talk about the matchup against the Steelers.
Devontae's gonna have a day, and I'm almost ready to guarantee it. I'm willing to bet Jamar's entire paycheck on it. Not any of my money. We're gonna bet Jamar money. I'm just
Y'all hear this, man?
Hey, we bet Jamar's money, man.
My money?
Yeah, it's like Terry Bradshaw on 559. We betting Jamar's money. No, I'm just kidding. Man, your wife probably come out. She probably be on what 69? Take you straight down here, probably locked and loaded, ready to take me out. I'm just kidding.
Man, yeah. I mean, Devontae Adams can't be double teamed. Garrett Wilson can't be double teamed. That's the factor right there. So yeah.
Aaron Rodgers 300 yards.
I ain't going 300. I say probably about 250 though.
Who they playing?
They got the Steelers.
The fan duel is going crazy in me right now. Bro, I think they could eat them up. That offensive line, you got to give them 3 seconds.
Shit, you might need 2 going against TJ Watt.
Nah, hey, we did a pretty good job with TJ Watt. I'm just saying. Shout out to our offensive line.
Yeah, let's say your line is definitely better than theirs.
Yeah, we got a good line. We finally got a left tackle. We got our replacement center together. So we'll trade y'all Ryan Kelly next year for give me DJ Moore. And I give you a pick. I give you a 2nd round pick and a center for DJ Moore. Bro, you already got Keenan Allen. Give me Cole Kmet.
You can take Keenan Allen.
No, I don't want that old dude. This ain't the retirement home. This is a retirement home for quarterbacks, not wide receivers. Those dudes go to Tennessee. Sorry to DeAndre Hopkins. That's where they go. Receivers go to Tennessee to die, bro. Like, it's like, yikes. Let me go down here with Will Levis or Mason Rudolph now. Yeah. Ugh. Shout out to Myles Garrett with the helmet.
All right, this has turned. This conversation has definitely turned.
I'm just having fun, man.
Got to.
Oh.
Definitely got to. All right, real quick for this slate, and we can.
My bad.
No, you good.
I'm having fun.
Right. Titans and Bills. I am curious to see Amari Cooper out here and what he does with his offense today.
Same. I think this is really going to help your Josh Allen numbers as well. He has a legit number 1 receiver. Who's the other cat on there? I can't think of his name.
We got Shakir. We got Coleman.
Shakir, that's what I'm thinking. Shakir, I think his numbers will improve because he's not getting that number 1 receiver attention, and it gives Coleman enough time to grow. Similar to what you guys have with Rome Odunze. You got 2 other receivers. Rome is just he's that third, bro. He's like a sundae, and you already got chocolate on there. Rome Odunze is that caramel that you about to put on top to take it overboard.
Yeah, that's a good.
You feel me? Like, yo, I like Odunze. I think he's nice.
So yeah, I'm definitely curious to see that. Texans and Packers, this is gonna be a good game. Because Stephon Diggs is gonna probably get Jair Alexander attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Love still put up Jordan Love numbers. I am a little hesitant on CJ Stroud today. If you got him, you still starting him, but I would say expectations just.
I think CJ gonna ball out, man. He in my division, man. I can't stand it. I got to deal with him for the next couple of years until somebody gets some allegations against him in Texas. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a Hallville versus Far East Side shootout, man. I think that's gonna be a good game, exciting game. I'm throwing some Indianapolis references out there if anybody don't know.
We are.
Yeah, because
all right, Gatlin, I'm gonna get to you in a second. Eagles, Giants. This is Saquon Barkley's game. This is Saquon Barkley. Matter of fact, in the TD parlay that I'm probably gonna put together, guess who's gonna be on there?
Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Send it in the chat.
Yeah, and I'll also say Malik Neighbors is back, so welcome back to the neighborhood. And
I'm scared of Malik Neighbors, bro.
dude, I think he's gonna score today too.
I don't know. But bro, he like freaked me out when he was like he don't even remember getting a concussion.
Yeah,
that kind of scared me, man. Like but that's seriousness of the game. That's a chat conversation, I guess.
yeah.
Shout out to the chat too. We be having fun in there.
Heck yeah. So real quick pivot lineup today looks like Richardson, Kyron, Amon-Ra, Deontay, Kraft, and Devontae.
You must have a good record in your league because you say you had Kirk Cousins. Now, if you want to play it safe, play Kirk Cousins. You are rolling the dice with Anthony Richardson.
But nevertheless, everything else is not bad though. Everything else is solid.
Yeah.
All right. Lions, Vikings.
Expecting a good game.
I am. I'm curious to see what Brian Flores' defense does to the Lions' offense. That's what I'm curious to see.
Bruh.
Does that slow down production across the board for the Lions? That's what I'm curious about.
I don't know, man. Bro, these are like the two most complete teams in the league. I feel like the Lions and Vikings.
I hate that Aiden Hutchinson got hurt though.
Oh, bro, they talking about they looking at Max Crosby though. Hopefully they can get him to replace him. I'm not even cheering. The Lions are the ultimate comeback story. We used to laugh at them so much, and like I really feel bad for them. I know they're in your division and all that goodness, but y'all done seen more glory than them within the last 30 years. It's just good to see them back.
That's true. Out drive Marvin. Yeah, no, I don't even want to speak on that dynasty league right now. That's insane. Seahawks, Falcons, another one.
That's gonna be another high scorer.
So for me, I'm paying attention to the running backs here, the battle of the running backs.
Okay.
Kenneth Skywalker, also known as Kenneth Walker III, and Bijan. When I mentioned earlier for the town hall with Bijan, last week was his coming out party. Last week he showed up and it was a great time. And I'm thinking that might become more of a trend. I know it was against the Panthers and we saw that coming, but still, Bijan being involved makes the offense flow a lot easier.
Yeah.
And crazy thing is he's RB7 on the season right now. Despite how poor he's played initially, he's RB7 on the year. So it's just more so, can he find the end zone? If he finds the end zone, then his numbers skyrocket even more. So that being said, I think both running backs find the end zone today.
Okay. Send me that parlay. I think we put Bijan on there. I was gonna ask you gonna put Bijan on there. We got Saquon. Yeah.
Skywalker was downgraded, I thought. Yeah, he was with an illness. He's sick. So that's definitely something to thank you for pointing that out. That's definitely something to keep in mind. But I mean, this could be the flu game for all I care.
Bro, why are we here right now? I'm about to say it's the Jordan flu game.
Oh man. Bengals, Browns. So of course we all looking to see what Nick Chubb does. We're all looking to see if he's back, if he's really that man. I mean, this man always deadlifts like 700 pounds and stuff. So it's like,
I'm cheering for Nick Chubb, man. Like I've always ever since he was at Georgia, I've always liked Nick Chubb. I thought he was always really good, and he suffered an injury with them as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I always cheering for Nick Chubb. It seems like a really. And it's crazy. They drafted Nick Chubb and Baker Mayfield the same year. And I remember watching a video in the airport where somebody walked up to Nick Chubb and was like, and there ain't no shade at Baker on this. They walked up to Nick Chubb and was like, hey, you can play football. And he's like, I play for the Browns. And bro, they didn't even know who Nick Chubb was. And Nick Chubb was literally that dude. He was the best running back to come out of football that year. And it's like, bro, what? But everybody knew who Baker was, and it didn't even work out for Baker there. Shout out to Baker though, because he brought we wrote him off. We wrote him off, and he didn't right back.
Man, he is definitely cut from that same cloth. I'm happy to see it. The bakers, man, been baking this year.
And Sam Darnold. And somebody called Sam Darnold. I'm just saying.
You did back in June. I give you that.
Yeah.
You did back in June. All right. So, Reese said, how do you feel about Chase Brown? I think Chubb is cooked at minimum for this year.
Cook. Man, let the man run the ball. Dominique, let him run the ball. He ain't touched the ball. Man,
we gonna see.
Let me do the age thing with Nick Chubb too. I want to see how old he is.
I want to say he's like 28, 27. That's what I want to say. And as regard to Chase Brown, I mean, he's been stealing the sunlight from Zach Moss the last few weeks, so he's a viable flex option. 28.
Yeah, he's 28. You hit it. I still think Nick Chubb got something left just because of the injuries and the time he's been out. But Nick Chubb always comes back in the form. So let's do it at 28, Nick.
You telling me Chubb is out there squatting 650 for 2 for recovery and he's cooked?
Right. Right. What is he cooking? He got to be cooking with Wolfgang Puck right now. What you mean?
That's amazing.
Not enough time. It's been over a year.
I mean, we're gonna see in about 3 hours. We'll see.
Yeah, yes, we will. You're a glass half full person. I mean, half empty. That's Dominique is right now. Try to get my guy out of here.
Oh man, so yeah, with the Browns, we all looking for Nick Chubb, but unless Deshaun Watson can throw the ball over 200 yards in a game, like I don't want to play anybody right now. I mean, if you got Nick Chubb, by all means, like if you want to roll him out there. I said earlier, if you can afford to hold off on Nick Chubb, then hold off. But if you got to play him, by all means.
Quick side note about Deshaun Watson, in the words of the great Lawrence Fishburne and John Wick, somebody get that man a massage.
That's wild.
Because he ain't played good. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Wow. Dolphins, Colts. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking to expect the unexpected. I think the Dolphins running backs are going to get off. I hope Anthony Richardson has a good game. This is home. We're getting some players back. Our offensive line is fine. I just hope sitting back and watching and seeing Joe Flacco make the layups. That's what Joe Flacco was doing. He was making the layups. He didn't have to do anything crazy. Richardson has to see that that's still as effective as, running or throwing the ball. I want to see him run though. We didn't pick Anthony Richardson up to stand and be a pocket passing quarterback. Now I need the full arsenal against the Dolphins today.
Fair enough. Gallon said I traded Chubb for cut 1-for-1.
Oh no!
For cut.
I like it for cut.
Well, I mean,
we'll see.
I guess we can revisit that a month from now and see how that goes.
Bro, why somebody try to trade me? This is another something crazy. Somebody tried to trade me freaking Saquon Barkley and the dude I'm playing this week too. Hopefully he's watching. Saquon Barkley for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Wait a minute. I'm about to go to that matchup.
Bro, make it make sense. Stank Bowl, chill out. Chill out, Dominic. You got to see. Dominic is from Indy.
So he's from here. He lived in Indy for a second. He's from here. He's a Patriots fan.
Those would be the worst. Like you from here, the Patriots ain't doing nothing for you. But you're gonna cheer for these cats in New England. Bring nothing but heartache.
He said coach gonna blow him out though. He did say that.
He said the coach gonna blow him out.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. No.
Y'all crazy this morning.
Oh man.
Manny69 says CJ or Purdy.
Who do the 49ers have?
The Chiefs.
Oh, CJ.
I'm really putting some deep thought into this one.
Keep thinking.
Because I want to say I think she's Purdy. That's what I want to say.
You want to say Purdy against that Kansas City defense?
I mean, they at home. They're at home.
And
They play better at home.
and
I mean, the Packers defense, I mean, isn't terrible.
no, the Packers defense is nice, but it's still, I mean, it's still C.J. Stroud. And saying C.J. Stroud brought Purdy, bro. Come on, man.
All right, you know what? All right, I'll roll with CJ from San Andreas.
Nice. My son, retro gamer coming soon. My son found I had bought. Sometimes don't. Hopefully, my wife's not watching. Sometimes I go to video game stores and I'll buy games. I get them for cheap. So I'm spending a lot, but I don't want to see me bringing in a bunch of stuff. And I left San Andreas in the garage, and my son brought it in. He's like, "Hey, Dad, look what I found." I said, "You ain't find nothing." Bro. Yeah.
Oh man, that game is legendary. All right, so Sean said, would y'all trade Josh Jacobs for DK Metcalf and either John Singletary?
Yes. Try to get Singletary. I would take DK and Singletary.
Running backs are Connor Pollard, Ramondre, Kareem Hunt, Eckler, wide receivers Wilson, London, and
Pollard gonna fall off. Yeah, absolutely. Get Singletary. I know he's like banged up right now, or he was banged up the last game, but yeah. Oh.
Dominic said the refs gonna make sure Purdy has a bad game.
Oh, absolutely, Dominic. We on the same page. Whoo, man. Shout out to the
refs. Panthers, Commanders. Yeah, we pretty much know how this game's gonna end up. But I guess
don't let your kids watch this game.
Yeah, but it's just more so how we gonna get to the end result. I like Brian Robinson Jr. I like Eckler in the flex. I like Scary Terry. I like Jack Daniels. And on the other side of the fence, I like Deontay Johnson and Chuba Hubbard. I like this game. I mean, they got the over under at 51.5. Basically, there's no defense being played.
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Panthers might sneak them. Who knows? But nevertheless.
Come on, man. Like Keyshawn, come on, man.
Who knows? But yeah, if you got anybody in that game worth starting, you starting them. Raiders, Rams. So Kyron Williams. Guess who's the next member up on my TD parlay?
Hey, send me that because this sounds fire, bro. Bro, did the Patriots have found their quarterback?
I'm kind of watching it on my phone.
Bro, yeah, they have found their quarterback, bro. He's not. You can tell he's a rookie. He got some stuff to clean up, but the Patriots have found their quarterback.
Man,
yeah.
So let's see. So we got Jared Mayo, the coach, Drake May, the quarterback, Robert Kraft, the owner. Like, I feel like this whole segment is sponsored by Miracle Whip.
Be one hell of a sandwich, I can tell you that.
Oh man. So yeah, Kyron Williams, he's on my TD parlay. The Raiders, the only one that I like is Brock Bowers. So ain't nobody there. And
That's
then also,
crazy.
I think Jacoby Myers out too. So it's like, who you throwing to? Brock Bowers.
Yeah. I need one of them. I need one of them ends off of the Raiders. I need Brock Bowers or Michael Mayer. They got too far. They have like that double tight end, but they don't. Yeah. Michael Mayer, shout out Notre Dame.
Y'all, I knew it when we drafted May. We just need an O-line.
Yeah.
I'll be late to the
party. I still don't know why you're a Patriots fan, but whatever.
Chiefs, 49ers.
Chiefs, 49ers. Okay, so I'm gonna put the refs on my parlay on this one. They're gonna at least give you one, especially if it's close. Man, this is gonna be a good game. It's kind of hard to touch certain people in this game just because of the defenses. I look for Kelsey in this one. I think Kelsey's somebody that you'll play.
I think
Maybe Kittle as well. So maybe this is a tight end game. No Diddy.
I think so.
Yeah. But with the receivers, I mean, with that pass rush that Kansas City's got, yeah.
He's work for stash and deep leagues. The other wide receiver for the Raiders. I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it comes back to the quarterback play. If we can trust Gardner or Aiden or Ray Finkel or whoever to come in.
Laces out, looking at
it. Come in and throw the ball. then yeah. I guess Ty Law made him a Patriots fan. That's a respectable name.
I like Ty Law too, except when he played against the Colts. I couldn't stand him. That was one of Peyton's favorite receivers.
Did he have 3 picks against Peyton that one game?
Probably. Bro, Ty Law was a monster. And you know he's not talked about as much as he should be, like in like legendary, like corners or whatever.
Yeah, he was elite. That man was elite. Sunday night game, Jets and Steelers. We got let Russ cook, or more so, still got it.
I say with Russell Wilson in there, you know whose stock I think is going to go up is George Pickens. Yeah, because he'll be able to get him a more accurate ball. One of the things I even saw what George Pickens was saying was like, we saw Justin Philly say he doesn't really throw people open, and I can agree with that. Like you got to kind of already be there, and maybe that's just some of the growth you gotta have with him. But yeah, and then you said the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Garrett Will. I'm taking anybody on that offense.
Yeah, that, like I said, cannot double team anybody.
Nope.
The box is not going to be like 8 men in the box no more. That's dead.
We putting Brees Hall on that touchdown list.
I'm gonna stay away from this one.
Okay, I'm about to say. I mean, he could catch a pass, get a touchdown. I think Aaron. He about to be tossing it today.
I'm hoping so, but if they was at home, I feel more confident. I'm not.
Bro, it's right next door. It's next door, bro. It's next door. Hard. Yeah, they're playing. It's Philly and the Jets.
No, it's the Steelers.
And the Jets. My bad. It's okay. The Steelers. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, that's
my bad. Yeah. So still the same area, like North.
I wouldn't include that in my parlay, but I might do a separate, just single playoff for that though. So we got 2 Monday night games this week.
Love it. I love this too.
Hold on.
Because it kind of saves you from just in case you get a stinker.
True. So Ryan said, good morning. Pick one to start in the flex, please. Christian Watson, Achane, Jordan Mason, Chase Brown, or Aaron Jones. I'm worried about the injuries for all. Well,
want to start.
Watson was always banged up.
I take H.A. or Aaron Jones. Because Jones is like, when they're in the red zone, handing the ball, boom. H.A. just because he's playing against our defense. If our defense hasn't shown anything, DeForest ain't back. Our best run stopper is Big Grove, but like if Big Grove ain't in, it's pretty much like Moses just put that stake down prior to the seeds, and there, boom. Here's your church for you today.
Just based on matchups alone, I give you HN. So good luck, Ryan, on that one. All right, so yeah, we got 2 Monday night games. I heard one of them is exclusively on ESPN Plus. I don't know how I feel about that, but
yeah, they need to get away from these streaming services, man. That was one of the great things, and I think with the NBA, that's something that hurts the NBA because you gotta have a subscription or something. You can't watch your local teams on regular TV anymore. You gotta have cable or have some type of like app and stuff like that. And people are not trying to pay for that. Not with this economy right now. I'm just saying.
Oh, like I can't even. It's hard for me to watch my sorry Bulls if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because it was like either direct TV, which you can kick rocks on that. I'm not getting that.
No.
Or got to get an antenna, which I do have an antenna, but it's on like some weird channel 62.3 or something. It's something crazy.
Yeah.
And I tried to get signal the other day. It wasn't working. So I don't know. They just might not have nobody watch their games until it hits ABC or NBC, whenever.
Yeah.
Oh,
speaking of the Bulls, hey, shout out to Lonzo for coming back, man. That's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah. Now we just need Zach LaVine to be healthy, and y'all had the ultimate light skin connection over there.
Ooh. All right. So this Monday night game is actually this should be entertaining. Ravens at Bucks.
That should be a really
So,
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar will be okay. I mean, Baker. I want to see Baker cook, man. It's fun watching Baker Mayfield now. It's like, yeah.
It's like he gets it. It's like it's all clicks now for him.
I think it was. I think Baker was humble. I think he grew when he went with the Rams. And so I was like, oh, okay, he can be decent after getting sent to the Panthers. It's like, oh, okay. And then after he left the Rams, he went to I think it was the Bucks next. And then it was like, oh, yeah, I think he got, Sean McVay having some faith in him was like, and then remember when he got traded there and then balled out like his first game there?
Yes,
like,
and they won at the very end or something like that.
Yeah, I think that boosted his confidence up, but I think there's a little bit of humility in there as well because he seen like when he was with the Browns and then they sent him to Carolina to die. At that point, look, it's gonna hear something crazy. You remember he said he wished the Colts would have called, and Chris Ballard was like, "I'm not making that call."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't blame Chris, bro. I didn't want him at that time. Like, I wouldn't have wanted Baker Mayfield, like, because he looked terrible, and then like it was he needed that. He needed to be humbled a little bit, and I think that Carolina trip humbled him, and then I think he restored his confidence with the Rams.
Yeah. No, that sounds about right. He looks the part. He looks like a number 1 overall pick. Like he's balling. So Derrick Henry has scored in every game this year.
That's crazy.
Derrick Henry, I'm talking to somebody like he will always be on my touchdown like slip. So add him to the parlay, dog.
He's too expensive for Jerry though.
Dude, I don't think we got enough time to get into Jerry Jones the way I want to right now. But
oh my god,
leave that alone. And then of course for the Bucks, your guy Chris Godwin, man.
My bad. My bad. Maybe it's just been so quiet, but like I remember watching him and I was like, I'm not seeing nothing. Maybe when I went to the restroom, that's when he was getting the stats. But Chris Godwin's actually balling.
And remember that report before the year? They were saying like he might get back to his stardom based on how they was going to use him, and it's there. It's there.
Shout out to him, man.
So James, that's the Bills fan. What's up, man? He said, "Who is on your touchdown slip this week?"
Yo, you should make him get on the Discord for that.
You're right. Matter of fact, yeah. I don't know if he is or not, but James, join our Discord. I think you might have already or not, but no, we can talk about it because we've been throwing out some names.
Yeah. So you said you had Bijan Robinson, you had Saquon.
Yep, we had Saquon.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I also mentioned Kenneth Skywalker.
This could be a flu game.
If he plays. Kyron Williams. By far.
Nice.
All right, Evan said loaded at wide receiver, half point, pick 3, DK, Devontae. My God. Mike Evans has no injury designation anymore. I'm gonna say you don't play Devontae Smith.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Just based on just matchups and game flows and just scenarios, like that's the odd man out for today.
Yeah.
My gosh, you got that wide receiver room is loaded.
It's like first round picks with wide receivers.
And then the last game on the slate for this week. Well, I know it's technically tomorrow, but this week, Chargers and Cardinals.
It's J.K. Dobbins. I know we talked about him.
Absolutely.
If they don't get Justin Herbert a wide receiver in this draft or something like that, or make something happen, free Justin Herbert, because he's kind of healthy right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People would think I'm crazy if I said some things. So I'm gonna keep it to myself. But yeah, I feel bad for Justin Herbert because he's a solid quarterback, but he just like all his weapons are gone. All of his weapons are gone. And then when he did have weapons, he didn't have offensive line. So
or that defense playing the way that it's playing right now. Like, ain't that something?
Yeah. Right.
And they had pretty much the same talent on that defense, but all of a sudden they want to. I guess they listen to Harbaugh. I guess I don't know.
I mean, Harbaugh, he always has a solid defense and his running game's off the chain. You don't see a lot of like crazy passing, and you would think he would, him being a former quarterback, but he relies on that run game. Probably that's how he was. Because I'm just playing. I was about to say something, Jim Harbaugh. Never mind.
But so yeah, Dobbins. You definitely playing Dobbins. I'm almost considering throwing him on that parlay. I'm almost there.
Against the Raiders?
No, against the Chargers. I mean, against the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be a weird game though. That's why I'm hesitant. This is gonna be a weird.
Yeah.
That's Marvin Harrison Jr. is playing. People like me who has him in probably about 3 leagues. I have to play him.
Yeah.
I mean, the talent is definitely there. We've seen it. I just need. Kyler's been pissing me off lately. Stupid Call of Duty comes out here next week, so.
He's done. He's cooked.
Yeah. Yep. But nevertheless, all right. So I would say anything sportsbook related, join the Discord.
Yeah.
Definitely join the Discord. We'll be cooking up something. Like I know we were supposed to have a parlay last week. We didn't get it done. We're gonna get it done today.
Yeah. We're gonna get in our chat and you can put it in Discord. But let's see what you're thinking today.
All right. So I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by today. For joining us with the questions, the town hall stuff. Good luck to you. This is week 7. It's pretty much at the halfway point for the regular season here for fantasy. So, man, this year is flying by at this point. But nevertheless, we're streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So shout out to everybody that joined us on all the platforms. We will be back next week per usual. And also we always continue the conversation in the Discord. We have engagement in there. Everybody is cut from the same cloth. We're all just trying to win. So nevertheless, from my boy, Mr. West, this is Jamar. We will see you all next week, same time. Peace.